Hi, good morning. Barely, but it's still technically morning. And it's good to see y'all again. As you can tell, I'm inside. Really a circumstantial thing. I would go outside, except just outside of our apartment, there's somebody using a saw. It's really loud out there, so it's a little bit quieter in here. And so I'm doing this from in here. I know most of you like it from outside, but there's still sights to see in here. This is a beautiful storage room in an old CMA dorm room, and as you can tell, right up here, right above, like right there, that is an original VHS player. So there's some historical artifacts at least in here, and some tools and things like that. No telling what else. But so I am kind of a pack rat, so I've still got a VHS player, even though I haven't played a VHS in a little while. I'm going to continue the reading from yesterday, and we're going to continue this on Monday as well. It's Psalm 89. And it's a wonderful psalm, especially the first 18 verses, what I kind of read yesterday, that are on hope. Today I'm going to pick up in verse 19. And this time it's speaking kind of, the Psalms are interesting because, and prophecy is interesting just in general, because God would use David as his voice piece, and it would have meaning in the moment and meaning in the future. And I think David only got glimpses of what that future meaning was, but we, looking back in hindsight, can see that meaning. So David would hear these promises being made to him and to his family, and we would hear these promises being a reference to Jesus, who we study tomorrow morning. And so whether you're able to join us, and I'm going to see if we can also try to post a lesson online for those of you who still are at home and need to be home because the virus is still spreading. But we're talking in Matthew about Jesus. And that's what these verses are talking about. Verse 19. Of old you spoke in a vision to your godly one and said, I have granted help to one who is mighty. I have exalted one chosen from the people. I have found David, my servant, and with my holy oil I have anointed him, so that my hand shall be established with him, and my arm also shall strengthen him. The enemy shall not outwit him. The wicked shall not humble him. I will crush his foes before him. I will strike down those who hate him. My faithfulness and steadfast love will be with him. And in my name shall his horn be exalted. I will set his hand on the sea and his right hand on the rivers. He shall cry to me, you are my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation. And I will make him the firstborn, the highest of the kings of the earth. My steadfast love I will keep for him forever, and my covenant will stand firm for him. I will establish his offspring forever, and his throne as the days of the heavens. If his children forsake my law and do not walk according to my rules, if they violate my statutes and do not keep my commandments, then I will punish their transgression with a rod, and their iniquity with stripes. But I will not remove from him my steadfast love, or be false to my faithfulness. I will not violate my covenant, or alter the word that went forth from my lips. Once for all I have sworn by my holiness, I will not lie to David. His offspring shall endure forever, and his throne as long as the sun before me, like the moon shall be established forever, a faithful witness in the skies. That last part, as long as the sun shines and the moon shines, God's promises to his people will continue. And his people are the children of this king, this descendant of David, the one whose throne will be established forever. The point is, we sometimes see everything we think is real, and in reality what we're seeing is the illusion. It's here temporarily. And all the sufferings rolled into one big pile of suffering. So cancer and war and death and famine and disease and plague and pestilence, all of it is brief, momentary suffering, and will fade in comparison to the throne that's established forever for God and his people. The reality is what's hard for us to trust in. So let's trust in what's real, and God's promises forever. These are a little bit longer because the reading's a little bit longer, so it's more like 4.5 minutes, but I hope that you find that helpful, and that we put our trust in the one who God has known for 1,000 years before he was born, and 2,000 years now that he's gone. His throne is still established forever. 3,000 years after these words were written, we can still trust in them. And that can help us in times when it seems so dark and so uncertain. What we trust in is certain. Just don't forget that. Thanks. Have a good day. If you are feeling well and have not had any symptoms or come in contact with people with symptoms, then I hope to see you tomorrow. If you are worried still about the spread of the virus for you or for yourself, then you need to stay home. If you're older and particularly susceptible because of health conditions, make sure you wear a mask if you come. And we'll try to do our part to protect everybody. But I hope to see you tomorrow if I can, and if not, hopefully soon after that. Let's pray for this scourge to pass quickly and for the Lord to return. Thanks. Have a great weekend.